So let me get this straight what's going on these days. It's 3:40 in the morning, Sunday, West Coast time, on the 25th of May, 2025. Not live, not awake, not awake here. It's your zombie weaver, John C. of Roseman, California. Yeah, still keeping my ears open for my dog to whine. It's that time of the morning where I get up. And she'll be awake shortly after she smells differences in me anyway. So Trump still wants his manufacturing jobs. Big, beautiful back machinery, factories floating the sky. Well, the bitch of it is we don't have the factories. We don't have the manufacturing, at least not for certain products anyway. But he wants the automotive industry to chug out the fuel inefficient vehicles, basically. Gas-ridden ones. No, because we also have problems with the Tesla vehicles, because Tesla's crashing and burn. Other vehicles are still out there being worked on. Whether or not they're going to be sufficient for anybody for market use, I don't know. We also have the tech issues happening across in Europe and also in Asia. That's not being for the United States to use or utilize. Even manufacturing for farm equipment or heavy-duty industrial, John Deere, the company decided to move it to Mexico. Cheaper manufacturing costs. See, all the tariffs we're supposed to do, according to the old gas bag, and we voted in for office to help us because we bought his line. And now we're paying for it. His gorgeous tariffs were supposed to be making money and making us rich. No, it's only making himself rich through our taxes. We have issues concerning about our countries surrounding us, our allies, according to Trump, because they weren't playing fair with us. So now, because of that, we have to tariff everybody, which means we pay more out of our pocket. But the thing is, we've also cut off our supply chains for a lot of things that we live on and depend upon. So how much toilet paper can we actually afford? Is it actually coming into the country, or are we actually utilizing enough of this stuff? And yet, it's useful for other things, including wiping out drool off our face. And then tossing it. So how much of the toilet paper am I still going to be able to use these days? Prices of that ought to be going up. Not to mention food prices will be going up eventually. I hear that there was farmland out in Australia. Climate change is happening, so now they get to deal with massive floods out there. It's bad enough they had to deal with fires over the past 20 or 30 years. Changing the landscape left and right, and with the weather the way it is, and climate changing a great deal. We got more catastrophes than we can deal with. Speaking about catastrophes, let's move back to home. We had weather agencies keeping track of weather phenomena, but now they're shortchanged because of Trump's own invention through Musk. That doggy, or Doge, however you want to call it, took out staffing, personnel, and anything else shut down to help us with disaster. Speaking of disaster, FEMA has crashed and burned. You hear me? FEMA's crashed and burned. Because Trump wants those agencies shut down for whatever damn reason going through his head. Oklahoma was screaming and yelling for help. Several other states are screaming and yelling for help because of the tornado activity happening. Crickets. For the red states that voted Trump in, who utilized Trumplicants actually for government officials, even if they were elected as state governors, pleaded for federal aid. Nope. FEMA is crash and burned at this point. Don't expect help. I'm not kidding. Your state's going to have to deal with every damn disaster situation. That includes all the states that are in the path of hurricanes. You want to talk about bankruptcy? How much capital can your states raise to deal with climate change left and right, and yet Trump doesn't care? He already raised tariffs in European Union because he can't get his way from people. He's going to torture people by harming the very same people that put him in the office. There's no thinking about it. It's happening right now. What made the United States the reputation it had a long time ago, Trump has already got rid of it. And yeah, I blame the voters because you guys voted him in, but you never claimed. And you still won't. You won't claim it. Okay, fine. I, who did not vote for Trump, claim. Because I have to keep apologizing and I'm getting sick and tired of it. The world wants to shut us out. That's... With our financial policies the way it is, shutting off trade, everybody else, with everything, we are isolating ourselves more and more, and we damn near killed ourselves. We have a past. We have a history. When we have rotten leaders coming in office, they do this. The isolation. They want to make it their own little empire where they can say what things are happening. Well, the problem is, we're going to be going into homelessness situations happening. Social Security is being attacked left and right by a big, beautiful bill. Medicaid's going to be trashed, and so is Medicare. People are going to be dying in the streets. Hospitals will be shutting down. Doctors will be quitting. Maybe they'll be leaving in the States. Maybe they'll be leaving the countries for whatever reason. Let's just hope they have their real ID. And how about that one? There was a construction site posted. You know, it had a story in the NBC, and then other affiliates picked up on it, not to mention social media, where one guy of Latin descent had his real ID with him, and it was considered a fake by ICE agents. He was captured, incarcerated, interrogated, until his ID checked out, his Social Security checked out. He's angry, he's hurt, he's been abused, and he can't sue. With the big bill coming up, that's going to have earmarks coming to the rich, and everybody else gets fucked over. Somewhere in there, he's not allowed to sue anyone. No one. Who's he going to sue? This is a United States citizen, born. Imagine if we actually had the birthright taken out of the 14th Amendment. Imagine if the courts allowed it to happen. No U.S. citizen. Not that nice hearing that gurgling of the pipes. What other kind of nasty mess we're going to get ourselves into? Even a mile milk in the woods. Things are happening, things are collapsing. And I can't tell you the reason why. Except these things are happening on our watch. It feels like the law is in its own hands, and we're not. We have to depend upon the kindness of the court systems to help bail us out if they are going to be obeyed. But what if they're not? What if they're going to be ignored? Then what do we do? Indeed, boys and girls, our history has taught us many things, but we keep forgetting how we got ourselves in a situation in the first place. If that isn't bad enough, June 14th is coming up where the U.S. Army is going to be celebrating its anniversary. They're at 250 years of existence. On the same day that Trump is having his birthday and he wants to march down the parade, or probably ride in one of the armored vehicles, and show what kind of a birthday boy he is. We have never had that happen with any of our elected officials. Not even in the executive branch at all in our 250-year history. Or should I say 249, because 1776 would have been considered 250 years. So we're practically 249 years of a country's birthday. But for the U.S. Army, it's 250 days. I mean, it's 250 years. So now we have that to deal with. The old gas bag goes over to West Point and spews off his garbage. Incoherent as hell. And the cadets at West Point are scratching their heads. This is the asshole they're going to have to follow? They're graduating into the military. They're going to be directly held responsible by the Pentagon. And the Pentagon has to be responsible to the Secretary of Defense, who is responsible to the old gas bag. And both are having issues regarding being understood. Old traditions and precedents are thrown out the window because of this election, because of the 2024 election. And we can't even own up to it, because we made the mistake. But we can't even face the world in its eye and said, I, as a U.S. citizen, screwed this up. Forgive us. No U.S. citizen will do that because they feel like they're entitled. Well, guess what? It's time to get America busted. If we hadn't busted it enough as it is. I wanted us to be great, but the problem is not the way everyone else was doing it. I wanted us to be great with relations, with trade, with our treaties, with who we deal with, the allies, and the others. We're still waging war against each other. I never wanted genocide in my lifetime, but now I am stained with it because I am an American citizen. And all U.S. citizens are stained with genocide. Every last stinking one of us. How do we own up to that? And how do we make ourselves great from that? How do we tell history we're sorry? Because we all fucked up.